Alright, welcome in everybody! I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet! If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back! Today we're playing Monster Sanctuary. This is not part 1. If you haven't seen part 1, you can go check out the playlist, where I have all the parts to this playthrough. As always, if you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, so that other people can see it too, and so that you can see more of it. Alright, now let's get right to it! So this is a monster collecting Metroidvania, and last we left off, we had just stopped an alchemist, the villains of the game, from, well, doing whatever he was doing. He was collecting goblin ears for some kind of potion or elixir. We're not sure what it is or what it does. Just that he was certainly up to no good. The goblins have a goblin king, and we are about to go try to fight him. We have an Ancient Woods key. We have not finished exploring the goblin compound, but that's okay, because we can go back and do that after. This is what we've got right now. We'll go down and get the rest. And I am going to try to make a goblin team. Which means I want this goblin king in my house. He's coming home with me. Might take me a little while, because these are all level 24. But I think we can do it. Now, they are all weak to physical, and I have an absolute glut of physical things. So, let's get physical. Now, one of the problems I have is his little ads. So we're going to try to take those out first. He does summon more of them if I recall correctly. I've played this game before. We are low on healing items because I normally rely on my monsters to heal. Either me or themselves. What we have right now is a party that does crits and bleed. So when I crit, I add bleed stacks. The bleed stacks don't go away. That's the thing with me. The bleed stacks do not go away because of my lovely little friend Alucard here in the middle. He's the best. The Nightwing. So, what we're trying to do is put as many crits onto these guys as we possibly can, so that we can get as many bleed stacks on as we can. And the more bleed stacks we get, the more bleed stacks go into the Goblin King. There we go. Because I also have Splatter. And look at that! Let's see how many bleed stacks this Goblin King can hold! Alright, let's go! We're actually gonna use an item. Just a little one. Just a small potion. A petite potion, if you will. We don't need to bite. Alright, that's... So we got 36 stacks onto the whale. That's 25 stacks onto the Goblin King. I think we can do this. Oh dear. Okay, let's see how many stacks we can get on there. Because you saw how much 25 stacks took out. That's 29. Clicky, you know what to do. 35! Alright, he holds 35 stacks. This bad boy can fit so many stacks in him. What? Oh, that was so close! Literally 100 more points! Oh no! If I'd done that one turn sooner. Okay, so here's the thing about champion monsters. Their rare loot, if you get it, is guaranteed. It's not a chance. But the egg for the champion monster is always at the tippy top. We got the crown, which belongs to the Goblin King. But we didn't get the Goblin King. I think we could do it. I legitimately think we could have done it. It's just that I either didn't crit enough or didn't make quite the right choices. It's okay, though. Because we can go back and fight champion monsters at the tower. And in fact, I'm going to. You've ascended to the rank of Keeper Champion. Or Keeper Ranger. Goodness. Another champion down. I hope that the Ancient Woods will be more peaceful now. Now we should get back to the prison cells in the Stronghold dungeon. Let's see what information they got out of that alchemist. We have been doing a very bad job of advancing the plot in that I advanced it by accident. I actually went to visit the Sun Palace very first thing as soon as I could, even though I knew the monsters there would be well above my level. And the reason that I did that was because I wanted to see shifted monsters as quickly as I could, because they helped me out quite a lot. Let me see. Cape 3. Crit chance 8, damage 18. Nope. Oh, wow. Alucard, you've been working at a disadvantage, my boy. Yep. That cape will help you do significantly better. Well, maybe not significantly, but better, for sure. Whoop! Okay. Got a way out into this general area. Is this a shortcut somewhere? Orbs! You know, I do believe we can open each one of these orbs. Where does this go? Okay. You can do fire orbs. It's not timed, so... Lightning. Water. Sir, I'm gonna need you to actually do that. Come on, buddy. Interesting. I know what's over here! I know just what's over here. I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't think I'm ready for this. Can't remember what it's weak to. Well, let's give it a try anyway. This is a peculiar champion. It has the elemental shift trait. Whenever it attacks, it will change its resistance and weakness according to the element of its attack. Which means that it could have any elemental weakness and resistance. Choose your party wisely. Okay! You know what's weak to bleed? Most things. Alright, let's see how much bleed we can get on it. I know we can get more than that. Come on now. Alright. There we go. Okay, let's go. It's just messing with us. Alright, let's crit! Come on! Yeah! Okay, okay, we got this, we got this. Come on now. My bat has 4 attacks, but they're all real solid for this. Yes! 18 stacks of bleed! After we're finished with this champ... Oh dear. Ahem. That was very scary. And it might happen again. We'll have to hope for the best. Get him! Fight him! Get all his blood out! It's yours now! It belongs to you! Phew. If we crit enough, I think it's still 2 turns away. But maybe if we crit enough. We're gonna give him a beating and we're gonna hope for the best. That's 36 stacks of bleed. Oh, it was so close! We have an ability that lets us heal off those bleed stacks. Let's get him! Okay, I know I said I wasn't sure if I was ready for this, but apparently I was totally ready for that. Okay. Get a +3 feather. That's going to my little bat friend. Because I already have a +2 feather, so a +3 feather is strictly better. Okay. We'll go back into the goblin town because we're going to get some goblins. Oh, we're here! We're at Horizon Beach! This is where we can find dodos. This is also the monster daycare. Howdy and good day to you, young keeper. You look like you've been traveling all day. Why don't you stop for a moment and take a rest? This little establishment you see before you is the monster farm of the sanctuary. Never heard of it? Wouldn't be surprised. We're a bit off the beaten path, so most stronghold folks never come around here. Anyway, if you've got too many monsters and you're losing track of the lot of them, this is just the place to go. That's the whole point of our farm. There's no charge, no matter how long you keep your monsters here. What a subtle dig at Pokemon. You don't get anything from me either, though. Just to let you know, since some folks seem to mix our farm up with the monster army. Not all keepers think very much of the monster army either, by the way. We're more like a monster daycare. They get enough space to roam around and all, don't you worry. And you can pick up monsters too, so like if you just don't want to have them in your inventory clogging it up, you can pick them up. Hey, young keeper! Do you feel that monsters in areas you've already explored pose no real fight to you anymore? I can change that for you if you'd like. I can raise the minimum level for monsters across the sanctuary. This will increase the level of monsters in areas that you've already explored in the past. The new minimum level will be based on your keeper rank and will rise automatically with your rank. You can always come back to me if you want me to undo this change, setting all monsters back to their original levels. These changes have no impact on your own monsters' levels or the level of monsters hatched from eggs. Monsters are currently at their original levels. Would you like me to raise the minimum level of all monsters? No, I would not. Alright, keeping monsters at their original level. Okay, there's a few things that we can do in Horizon Beach. One of them is get a dodo, one of them is get something that has improved fly, and one of them is get... There is a way to the ancient world in here. There's also a way through the magma caverns to the ancient world. We will need our friend, the koi. See, if you came here without the ability to swim, you'd just be stuck getting this and nothing else. Because you can't really get up from here. Though that does remind me to check this wall. You gotta. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. We're also gonna look for something that can swim through bubbles. But now that we can swim, we can just do this. Oh! Dodos! That's what we're here for. Oh, level 24. Well, I guess that makes sense because I'm level 24. Fire and water. You know what? I think Clicky's gonna be okay. I see that crab does water attacks, and I don't care. We're gonna start with the crab, though. Ow! Goodness, I've got the hiccups a little bit. Well, cure for hiccups in my house is drinking water upside down. I know that sounds a little weird. But that's what we're gonna do while these monsters attack. What you do is, you take the cup, or the bottle, or what have you, and you sort of lean awkwardly over it, and then you drink from the other side. So you can't really tip it because you'll hurt yourself or get splashed. And so the story goes, it's that it makes you think about what you're doing so much that you forget you have the hiccups. I don't know how much I believe that, but that's how the story goes. Let's get the one in the front. No reason not to. Get him! Punch, punch, punch! I just assume he's flying his little tiny bat body into it, you know? Like, that's how he's got the skill beating. Darn, I was hoping for a faster turnaround. Well, I'm sure we can manage. 19 stacks should solve most problems. Okay. You know what? Yeah! Yeah, I was gonna say, if 19 stacks didn't solve that problem... Oh, no. Guys, this bird's about to be solved. 30 stacks. 32 stacks. Okay, maybe I like this bleed team too much. Oh, we did! We got a dodo egg! And a Yucan egg, too! Okay, we need to take that dodo egg with us. There's a very nice lady who's gonna turn it into a thing. We're gonna do it right now. Oh, for goodness sake. Every time! It's because I'm pressing the wrong X. I'll be too tempted to hatch it, you see, is the problem with me. And this isn't actually all that far from her house. I know what can open that, and our goblin team is going to help us do it. There we go. It's very cold up here. Ma'am, I have a dodo egg. Hello again. Have you found a dodo egg? I'd love to transform it into a shockhopper egg. Yes. Great. What kind of dodo egg would you like to transform? The shockhopper egg will turn out the same way. Dark shifted. Alright, step back now. I'll initiate the shock freezing process. Let's go, Lady Stasis! The process is finished. We've recreated a shockhopper egg. We've actually done it. I honestly wasn't sure if it would work. I've never before had the opportunity to bring an extinct monster back to life. You've done a great thing. Thanks to you, a new monster species has been brought back to the sanctuary. The monster science community thanks you for your services. Take this as a token of our gratitude. Oh, sweet! Reward box level 2. If you like, I can transfer more dodo eggs into shockhopper eggs for you. Nope! We're good! Let's check out our shockhopper. This is new and fun and interesting. He's just a little penguin! Actually, no, he looks very much like an Empoleon. What did I name my Piplup? What am I gonna name this little guy? He looks like he's got metal on his face. Like he's wearing a fun little mask. He's a glittery boy. Oh, he's an electric boy. That's what's going on. We're gonna name him... We're not gonna name him Sparks. Though, to be fair, Sparks was the best Ace Lightning character. We're gonna name him... This is always the hardest part. We're not gonna name him Flipper either. We're gonna name him... Oh, what's something... We're gonna name him B-52. We're gonna hatch this Yucan egg, too. Anyway, we're gonna name this one Crib. He's Crib. after the types in Too Many Types, which I will one day play for everyone on stream, because Too Many Types is a lot of very silly fun. Oh, goodbye. I feel like I should go back and finish the Goblin Keep, but I also feel like I want to continue. This is technically closer to the Goblin Keep, actually, so either way we're going here. Okay. I want to improve flight. Fishy! Me and my fish. We go an awful lot together. Let's go, Koi. I don't even remember what I named you. I don't know why I skipped fighting those little guys. Hey, that's a light-shifted dodo! I should probably be fighting monsters on my way. Hey, you again? Now you're at Horizon Beach already? How did you even get here in the first place? His monster is also shifted, I would like to point out. Also, don't you know the monsters here are much stronger than the ones from the Mountain Path or the Blue Caves? You're gonna need stronger monsters if you're aspiring to have even a ghost of a chance of beating the monsters here! I'm sorry. You don't stand a ghost of a chance. You can't just rely on your spectral familiar. That's what really makes a great monster keeper, you know? I'd love to show you what a team of strong monsters looks like, but I've got some important business to attend to. Leonard, I will fight your monsters if you ask me to. I will do it. You see, there's an old man by the sea who's looking to hire some experienced monster keepers for a treasure hunt. Of course, you haven't heard about it because you don't even qualify. Come now, Leonard. There's more to a great monster keeper than having strong monsters. For instance, humility and sportsmanship. I'm sure Fiorluna will be allowed to participate in the treasure hunt as well. I suppose that's true. Alright, you may try to follow in my lead, Fiorluna. Then, perhaps, you will become a great monster keeper too. That's not really what I meant. Onward! The old man should be just by the seashore. You know, the more I voice Leonard, the more I think he needs that, like, obnoxious voice. Like, the more I think he needs, like, the Tsukasa or Ferdinand von Ayer kind of, like, just excited to be here and so proud of himself, and he just believes his own hype. That's this guy. I feel like that's what he needs. Bet we can swim through that. Yeah, it couldn't have just been decoration. Oh, reward boxes. Right, I was gonna open that. We've got a level 1 reward box. Open her up. Medallion. That's neat. Open it up. Oh, a wand plus 4. Someone's a wizard. An orange. Who's a wizard in the party? I think it's Bumble. Bumble is a wizard in the party. We don't care about crit chance. We care about wizardry. Good work, Bumble. You are a wizard now. Oh, we have skill points to dole out. It gets so difficult at a certain point where you're like, but I want to give them nice things, and I just can't sometimes. You know what? We'll give you ice spears. Severe cuts! Well, because I'm very particular about what I want, and eventually there's going to come a point where I can reset all these skills and I'll have access to their ultimate skills and stuff. But we're not there yet. Bumble doesn't have skill points to spend. You know what? I will give you taunt. You've got certainly enough health for it. Like, look at him. He has more health than Bumble, who also has taunt. I think we'll be okay. I love the design of Horizon Beach. Okay. Fishmans! I should fight them. I don't... Alright, I'm gonna fight them. Once again, everyone is weak to bleed stacks. That's how it works. But we're gonna have to be very careful. Because my mole bear is weak to water. And unsurprisingly, these fellows all do water. Physical damage applies a stack of wound. Alright. Yep. It sure did apply that stack of wound, didn't it, guys? I have actually forgotten what wound does. I'll look in a second, because you can do that in the middle of a fight. Produces all healing monsters. This reason. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Oh. We didn't really need to use it because none of these guys can heal. Oh well. Get him. Those bleed stacks are gonna get him. Like, they definitely are. They're definitely gonna get him. Yeah, that's right. Oh no, I've been pinched. Quick, somebody get me back. I've been taken away. See, it's pinched like steel. Stolen, of course. That's the joke. Jokes are always funnier if you explain them. Clicky's got this on lockdown. Oh, it's weak to air. Oh. Well, how about that? It's also weak to 18 stacks of bleed. Oh, I'm loving this. Gonna be a little rough, but there's 21 stacks of bleed on this fellow. I think we'll be okay. Okay, there are 27 stacks of bleed on this fellow. I think we'll be... Yeah, we're fine. Oh, you know what I said that we'd do is go back and see all those champions and see what we could do about them. But now that I'm here, I kind of want to... Oh, hello. It's the old man. It's the old man by the sea. Oh, well, hello there, young keeper. What a pleasant surprise. I was just looking out at the ocean and reminiscing about my family history. I can see you're the adventurous type who'd rather just go out there and live your own stories, but stay a while and listen, won't you? There might be something in it for you, too. Hey there, Fiorluna. Did you come here to take some time off at the beach? Or did you hear about the treasure hunt that's supposed to be happening around here, too? You've heard right. I'm encouraging monster keepers to go looking for a treasure cave that I believe is hidden somewhere deep under the sea. But first, let me explain a little bit, so you know I'm not just making all of this up. One of my ancestors actually happened to be a very well-known pirate, infamous across the oceans of the old world. He lived around 300 years ago, and he was actually a monster keeper. You're probably wondering, how did he become infamous in the old world, even though he was a resident of the Monster Sanctuary? Considering the barrier that's separating us from the old world, which only very few keepers are allowed to cross on specific occasions. Well, I'm telling you, my ancestor had a ship that allowed him to cross the barrier freely, at any time he wished to do so. That, and the fact his whole crew was composed of monsters, made him a terror of the old world seas. But eventually, he passed on. Most of his treasures were never found. He did leave behind some clues for his descendants. Of course, our family has always kept these clues for themselves. Well, I've decided that I want to see the treasures uncovered before I pass on myself. My own children aren't really interested in it, so now I'm hiring any keepers who have the curiosity and the will to find these treasures. Who knows what could be down there in that treasure cave? I don't know for sure that there's a memorial ring down there with the ancient words of our family inscribed on it. So ancient, in fact, nobody in my family even knows the darn words anymore. That's all I really care about. Bring me the memorial ring. You can have whatever else you find down there. We're actually looking for sanctuary tokens, one of which could be somewhere at the Horizon Beach. Oh, if it's rare, or if it has any value at all, you can bet on it that my ancestor took it and hid it down in his treasure cave. I see. It's probably worth investigating at the very least. And as I said, my ancestor left behind some clues for us. For one, I'm pretty certain about the fact the treasure cave is somewhere at Horizon Beach. He also left behind an encoded message, which I've only recently managed to fully decode. It says, "It takes 3 to enter the maw of the beast." I'm sure that must be the final hint necessary to find the entrance to his treasure cave. Oh, how intriguing! I'm sure we'll find that treasure. We should be able to find one of those sanctuary tokens in any case, at least. Let's get going. We've got a lot of ground to cover. And she just runs off into the water. With her bird that's made of fire. By the way, there was another keeper who passed through just before you arrived here. He was quite eager and already went ahead. Alright, sounds fun. Let's try to find that treasure, and maybe we'll find it before Leonard and Julia. Hey, you know what is interesting? He told us it takes 3 to find, to enter the Maw of the Beast, and if I'm counting right, we've got 3 monster keepers here at the beach. Just saying. Just saying, perhaps, we've got, we're all gonna have to maybe, I don't know, work together. How dare there be bubbles here? Bubble. Bubble, bubble. No, that's too many. Okay. Hey, Toxicus. What have we got around here? Little island up here. There's a way through down here in the water. Let's go up. Let's go up first. Whoop. Okay. Ah, I see. That's a switch on the other side. Wait. I know we can't jump high enough for it, but there's definitely treasure up there. I think it's gotten by improved fly. Whoop. Technically it's improved levitate, but no, it isn't. It's something else. Still, we'll go up there eventually. There we go. Buttons are hard, okay? Now, have we met anything that can go through these? Let's check our monster journal real quick. Oh. What's this? That's something that we haven't seen. Oh, I know what that is. And I know why we haven't seen it. Breaks in walls, cuts vines, walls and vines. Mount! I forgot the dodo was a mount. Ice orbs, lightning orbs. That makes sense. Isn't he cute? In his own weird way? He ain't right. I love him. He's so precious. Okay. There are 111 monsters to collect in this game, and they're all perfect and wonderful in every way. So we haven't met anything that can swim through the bubbles yet. So we're gonna have to do this bubble maze as though it's a maze. Darn. This is the start of that maze. Well, let's see what's over here. Well, there's no way through that way. But what if? Sweet! Treasure! We love treasure. Okay. Huh. Okay. Ah, here we are. A door. You! Okay, we need to do a really good job at this. That Nautilid can swim through bubbles, I'm sure of it. I know it in my soul. If it can't, I'm gonna be really sad. Okay, we can do this. You are resistant to physical damage, so we're gonna have to concentrate on your friends! Okay, we can do this. Let's go, Clicky. Yes, that's so many crits. That's so many crits. Come on, Alucard, you can crit too, buddy. You sure can. Haha. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We gotta get that Nautilid egg. Oh no, Clicky. Save a life. I know we'll heal a little bit, but we gotta save a life here. Mostly Clicky's life. Will Airsicle do more? Kinda. Either way, that thing's going down to its bleed stacks. I think it's going down to its bleed stacks. That's why I've shifted my targets. Yes! Now we're gonna stack more bleed stacks in that fine fish. Oh my golly. I have one mouse pad. I don't... I think I would prefer to somehow get the bleed stacks on. No, it's not going to kill the other thing. Yeah, better be a potion. And in fact, let's use a combo potion. Those are super helpful in situations like this. Come on, Clicky! Get those crits! That's right! That's what we like to see. You too, Alucard. Good work! Everybody did such a good job. That was 18 stacks of bleed. Now this Nautilid has to deal with them. Oh. Okay, he's okay. He's okay, Your Honor. I am gonna give him a potion, though. Healthiness is an important thing that you have to have. Okay. Now, there's not much we can do about this, so we're just gonna split the difference and use air attacks. It's weak to air, but it's strong against physical, so it works out to be neutral. Yay! Come on. Aw, nerds. Gosh. I really wanted that. Ahem. Oh well. There will be other chances for Nautiloids, I'm sure. Or I could ring a monster bell. Do I have a monster bell? Let's learn! I sure do! Alright, let's try this again. Okay, we know what we must do. And it's focus on these fellas. Crit, crit, crit! Crit, crit, crit! That's right. We crit. Yeah! We're doing such a good job with the crits. Oh! I guess we're blind now. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to be blind at all. Wait, you can bite your way back to life. But Clicky can't. Oh, it's because Air Sickle does less damage than Slash, even though they're weak to it. Well, kind of. Oh yeah, I was blind to begin with. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna be enough. Ah. Maybe. Come on! Yes! He's alive, Your Honor! We did it! Alright, what a good little bat. Oh, Air Sickle actually does do more crit damage. Alright, I didn't realize. Nope, it still does more damage because he's weak to it. Alright. Come on! Yes! That's so many bleed stacks! We don't care if he's blinded. Guys, we don't care. You know why we don't care? Because we're only going to use him for claws anyway. If he hits even once. Oh dear. Yes! I'm not gonna ring a monster bell again. I gave it a good shot. I lied. Oh my golly. Alright, well. We'll ring a monster bell again next time, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a nice lovely egg. For now, that's it for today. I will be back next week with more Monster Sanctuary, and we will continue our exploration of Horizon Beach and trying to get something that can swim through the bubbles. Alright. You know the deal. If you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff that makes the algorithm happy. That way you get to see more of this, and other people get to see it too. And if you want to come see me do this, but live, come visit me over on Twitch, where I am also at FierLuna, and I play games live! Alright, that's it for today, everybody.